everyone, welcome to School of Gardening. I'm Shiny. I stay in Hyderabad, which is in India. So in this video we'll be learning what is rose sucker, how to identify it, and why is it really harmful for a rose plant. So before showing you how it looks like, first let me tell you few important points that every gardener must know about the rose plant. Point number 1. The rose sucker grows within the rose bush. It does not grow separately. That means it grows from the same root of a rose bush. That is why most of the gardeners ignore this rose sucker. They think that it is part of a rose plant. Point number 2. It grows really big. It does not stop its growth. And if you see one rose sucker today, within 3 weeks or within a week, you can see rose suckers will be surrounding your rose bush. And point number 3. This is really important. Why is it harmful? And why do we call it as sucker? Because it sucks all the nutrients, all the fertilizer which is in the soil. It sucks the entire nutrients, where our main rose bush does not get any nutrients, does not get any fertilizer, no food, it does not get any strength, and it does not even get more space, and eventually a rose plant weakens and dies off. So that is the reason rose sucker is really harmful for the rose plants. So can you see behind these are all my rose plants? So can you see how healthy they are grown? Do you know there's a guy hidden here? This is the rose sucker. Can you see it almost matches to the rose bush height? Yes? So this is the rose sucker. So this one stem has a capability to make sure the entire rose bush dies off. So this is rose sucker, and here below, can you see here? This is also rose sucker. So let me show you closely how does it look like, how are we going to identify it, and what is the solution. This is how the rose sucker look like. The leaves will be really sharp, and here if you see clearly below, it has grown from the same rose bush root, but it has grown separately. So can you see it does not have any link between the main rose stem and the other. This is how it grows separately right from the soil. And if we observe, this is the rose sucker and this is the main leaf of a rose bush. So can we clearly see? And here if you see here, this is the main rose leaf, okay, and this is the rose sucker. So this is how, and here if you clearly see, this is the rose sucker again. So the leaves are totally different from the rose plant. So this is the rose sucker leaf. The leaves are really sharp enough and does not match with our rose plant. Let me show you our rose plant leaf. How do they look like? So this is how a rose plant leaf look like. So if you clearly observe, here is the difference between the rose sucker leaf and a main rose plant. You need to prune the rose sucker. Take a cutter and prune it right from below. So here's another rose sucker. So can you see the leaf? The leaves of a rose sucker will be smooth and sharp, and this is how the main rose leaves look like. So this is the rose sucker which grows right from the ground, and let me show you the difference. This is a main rose bush leaf. Can you see how broad they are? And this is the rose sucker leaf. So can you see the difference? Thin enough and sharp leaves. So the solution is prune the stem before it grows bigger. So be careful, do not prune your main rose plant. So that is the solution. Just prune the rose sucker. So we have pruned the rose sucker, and this is how we have to protect our rose plants. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you like this video and protect your rose plants from the rose sucker. With lots of love, Shiny.